Agistment agreements are a really interesting part of the equine world. It's probably one of the biggest areas I see because pretty much everyone has an agistment property or a horse on agistment, one of the two. Most people will fall into those categories. For both parties, it is so important to have an agreement in place. As the landowner, one issue that I have come across a few times, which can be very tricky, is horses being abandoned on your property. It's a real grey area because if somebody comes to you, puts their horse on agistment and then stops paying and leaves and you never hear from them again, you're in a situation where you've now got a duty of care to a horse that you don't own. So it can be quite a tricky area to know, what can I do with this horse? I don't have the money to pay for it, I need to sell it. Do I have the right to do that? By having an agistment agreement in place, you can take care of all of that in the agreement. You can set out what happens if the horse isn't cared for, if the horse is abandoned on the property, if your agistment money doesn't get paid on time. It just protects you in that area of uncertainty where you are taking on responsibility for a live animal. And let's be real, horses hurt themselves all the time, so no one wants to be responsible for that. So making sure you've got that set out really clearly in your agistment agreement, saying when can you call the vet, when can you feed the horse, when can you get a farrier in if it's got a sore foot or something. You need to have all of that written out. Typically for an agistee, it's really beneficial to have the agreement in place. I know a lot of people will have their horse on agistment and say the agistment owner sells the property or decides they don't want to agist anymore, and you get no notice and you've got nowhere to put this horse because, let's be real, we can't all fit a horse in our backyard. So having that agreement in place means you can have security on how much notice they need to give you before you leave, what services they're providing to you and your horse. So making sure that if you're signing up for full care agistment, that your horse is getting fed twice a day, getting rugged, getting their water filled. If you're doing self-care, what does that detail? Is the owner going to check on your horse and make sure that they're okay? If you're only going out once a week, are they not responsible for the care of the horse at all? There can be a lot of disputes in this area, so having that document to fall back on to really set out the expectations of both parties is super important.